your way of survival. You've got to continue to go to school, go to the farm for the corn, and maintain the farm and maintain the business. No, I will not be around anymore. I don't know how long I will go to this hospital for, but you've been taught how to sustain your life. You remember how to fetch the firewood. You know all the contacts. I was 15. So he said, go and talk to the chief of the village, the king of the village. Let them give you more farmland. So I got 3 farmlands that I was cultivating all by myself at 15 years old. Planting the cassava that I needed for my food, and planting the corn that I needed for my business. And then going as well to do, the fetching of the firewood. So she was lying there in the hospital. Then they discovered that she was having stomach cancer. That was she never came back to my village again. She never came back home. When I was 16, I was 15 when I began to live alone. And that was when I was alone now. Nobody needed to wake me up to go to school in the morning. That is 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Go and fetch your firewood. Go to the market. Nobody needed to tell me that anymore. Nobody needed to tell me to go and make my pap. Nobody needed to tell me to go and hug the pap anymore. Nobody needed to tell me to go and do anything. I needed to go and find the firewood. I needed to go and fetch for it. I needed to go and look for the farmers. I needed to go and... Then I discovered that this woman was doing all this. I didn't know. Then I needed to go to school. I needed to wash my clothes myself. I needed to do everything. Then I said, God, don't let her die. Don't let her die. Please don't let her die. Let her survive this. Let her come back. I will never be rude to her again. I will never be disobedient again. So that absence brought maturity to me because she was doing most of the work. But now I had to do everything. I became grown up all overnight. Nobody, I said I would never be rebellious again. That was my deliverance. No demon cast out of me. No pastor prayed for me. No evil spirit. Just realizing that everything was gone now. Then when she died, I said, no, if I would not have an opportunity to thank her back, I would rather die. Because she shouldn't take the memory of who I was to the grave with her. She must see me now. This 1 year that she was not here, I've tried to be my best, and I've tried to be the kind of person she had taught me to become. Now I have been a perfect son, and she didn't get an opportunity to see it. But also, I will become better. I will grow up. I will go to study. I will make it in life. I will, compensate for all the suffering that she had gone through, and I will make sure that I, show my gratitude to her. If I don't get opportunity to get her back to life, I would rather die with her. Let me just die with her because I must thank her back. I cannot imagine it. I will not be able to thank her back. I cannot just imagine it. Wow. But I couldn't return her back to life, and I couldn't say thank you to her. Then I made up my mind. Since I couldn't do it to the most important person in my life, I would never miss such an opportunity again in my life. If I had an opportunity to say, to do good to anybody from now, and of any opportunity to do good, I would never have a bodyguard. I didn't know about bodyguard. I would never had a restriction. I would never say somebody is poor. I would never say somebody is inferior. If I ever become anybody, I would never miss another opportunity to give them what they needed. Because I'm up till now, I'm always afraid. Maybe I'm the last point of call for that person. Yeah. Maybe it's the last opportunity. Maybe that person will never have another chance. And I never had another chance. I don't want any other person to miss his last chance because of my negligence.
Wow. That is serious.
That's why I wrote that book, Olorowa. And it means the name she called me, that there is God. And I'm now living to live that name out. And I'm a witness. And I'm a voice to the fact that there is God. There is God today.
Wow. That is serious.
So it's my greatest tragedy. Up to now, I'm reliving it. I couldn't say thank you to my mother. Yeah. And up to now, it is what made me to who I am. It's my greatest blessing. It changed me drastically to become serious and focused and to value what is important in life. So from the age of 15, I become serious and focused because I value what I lost. That made me, if I had not lost her, I wouldn't have become so serious. Maybe it would have happened later in life, but I would have lost the opportunity. I would have been able to study. Because before then, I was just an average student. I was not studying, I was angry, I was just bitter. But when she died, I knew I needed to make it in life. I must make it in life. When I was the only one person left, I knew I was going to remain in that village all my life. So I knew I must do it for her. I must become the best for her. I must become somebody. And I must make sure that her dream for me comes to pass.
Wow.
So it's the greatest tragedy, the fact that I couldn't say thank you to her. But it's also the greatest blessing that her death made me who I am. Became more serious, more focused, more dedicated. Then secondly, her death is now making me to become more humanly to other people. That I should not pass through anybody without doing the good that I have the chance and opportunity to do to them. And that I should not miss an opportunity to do good to a human being. And I should not miss an opportunity to express my gratitude to anybody that I owe it to.
Wow. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Because, I was saying before that your lifestyle, your what you encountered, mirrors what I went through. Because when my father died, all I had left was just my mother. And my mom wasn't working. Then all of a sudden, she had to go work to look after 10 children. I was still a small boy then. And I remember she said something. And that statement still haunts me till today. She said, even if I have to wear rags, I would make sure that you people are successful in life, that I look after you all through the system, the educational system. I'll make sure. And she was a nurse. She was a nurse.
For 10 kids.
Yes, it was hard. It was hard. We went through hard times. Hard times where, as a nurse, you're not expected to practice at home. But because people in the area couldn't afford to go to private hospitals, and knowing that she's a nurse, they come to her for treatment. So she would give them prescription of what to go and buy, the injection to go and buy, those little capsules. So when they bring them over, she'll inject them, and she'll charge next to nothing. Some people should just say they can go because they can't afford it, just to keep them alive. And on one occasion, the police came to raid the house because some jealous person reported her to the police. And the police took her away.
Are you serious?
And the police, when they got on the way to the station, the police officer said, after hearing what she was saying, that her husband died. She's got these children. And these people that come to her are poor people. They can't even afford the hospital. Then the police officer said, he said, no, I can't take you to the station. He said, I'll let you go. He said, but please, be careful who you befriend, the kind of people you have around you. He said, because I'll be mad to take you to the station, because you're helping the people.
So you could absolutely relate to my story.
I could relate to your story. And at the back of my mind, I was saying, well, I'm going to study hard. When I'm successful,
are you serious?
Yes. I'll build a house. I'll do wonderful things for her. But unfortunately, it was not to be. She passed away.
So you didn't just lose your dad, you also lost your mom.
That's right. So my mom's one was the most painful one because she's worked all her life just to keep us alive. So we were just on the verge that every one of us, we are now okay, we're not successful. But this is a time for us to pay her back, but she's nowhere to be found. So that's why, just like you, when I meet people, I give my phone number off on the TV, and people will call me 2 o'clock in the night and everything.
So your story is what made you.
That's right.
So the secrets of your success, the secrets of your virtues, of who you are, is embedded in your story.
That's what it is. That's why, just like you, when I meet people, I just give them a hug because I don't know. That might be the last time. When I meet them, I want to be a blessing to them because that might be the last time. And that's the mentality. That's the mentality. That's why every time I see anybody, no matter who they are, I give them a hug. Even if I meet them for the first time, I want them to remember me for that hug.
Yes.
And that's how I just run my life.
You're just telling my story now.
That's why I understand where you're coming from. It's interesting. But you know what? We're going to have the opportunity to talk about that particular book, Olorunwa. Time has really gone, but when we're going to just Because I just believe that this needs to minister to a lot of people out there. And there are people who are in our own same position who have gone through the same thing. It will bless them.
Wow.
I want to thank God for your life, sir.
Thank you.
And God bless you richly for everything you're doing and for the encouragement. God bless you. You know what? On that note, we have to end this particular program, but there's a lot more to come. You haven't seen anything yet, because this will give you an insight into Pastor Sunday, his ministry, who he is. There's a lot more heavy stuff to come that will encourage you, that will bless you, that will make you a life transformer or a reformer in your own generation. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back your way very, very soon. Bye for now.
300 Christians needed to change the spiritual temperature of this nation forever. Are you one of them? The Bible says creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. For this end time, you don't have to be a pastor or someone in a leadership position in a church to be part of this great move of God. All you need is a genuine hunger for the kingdom of God to be established on earth. Pastor Sunday Adelaja, the pastor of the largest church in Europe, the Embassy of God, is initiating a move of God in this nation called the History Makers Bible School. The History Makers Bible School takes place only on one Saturday every month to equip you for the next level. It will also be a good opportunity to network with like-minded Christians. You will receive tried and tested keys to church growth and pastoring without tears at the Emmanuel Center, 9 to 23 Marsham Street, Victoria, London, Southwest 1P 3DW. Registration is £40 per session. To register, call 0798 114 6157 or email admin@hmbsuk.org or visit the website at www.hmbsuk.org. Whatever you do, don't miss this move of God. Call the number on the screen now to register. Remember, you were called for a time like this.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to offer you a wonderful opportunity that people have been asking me about wherever I go. People are asking me, how can we see the same move of God in our country as is happening in the Ukraine? Will you come and do a conference? Will you come and preach in our church? And the invitations are just too many. So that's why I've decided to start a Bible school in every country. So right now we have started one in America, we've started one in France, we've started one in Holland, we've started one in Germany. Now it's time for England. So we're starting a History Maker Bible School in the city of London from September 25th. So I'm inviting everybody that wants to be a part of this great move of God that God is pouring all over Europe, that you should come and be a part of this Bible school. It's just a weekend Bible school, 1 weekend a month. So you don't need to leave your job, you don't need to leave your family, you don't need to leave your church, just one Saturday in a month. You can do that. Please get in touch with us by contacting the telephone and the email on the screen after this program. God bless you and welcome to History Makers Bible School.